They sit right now, not a whole lot different story. Not necessarily a big surprise either.
And right now for Brooklyn, hanging where they are, right in the middle of the standings, will not make things easy for them down the stretch.
Well, it figures to be a hectic finish to the season as they attempt to lock down a postseason berth. They've got very little margin for error the rest of the way.
So the net starting five. Johnson is out there with Young. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then it's Donald Sloan. And it's Ellington in at the shooting guard position. Here's Harden, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. When you think of James Harden, you don't think much about his athleticism. His strength, though, is exceptional for his position.
Yeah, I think that's his greatest attribute. His ball handling's good, but it's his strength. He's able to run through contact.
And Harden able to get wherever he wants on the court. I mean, he can muscle you, but he's also got that Euro step and all those moves that just leave you in a dizzy.
Here's Sloan. The pass to Ellington. High post Lopez. In the corner, it's Ellington. Clock at 4. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go.
You know, and Hardy, you think about how elusive he is, but at the same time, he's a guy that seeks contact. I mean, he'll entice the defender to try and reach in, and a master salesman when it comes to getting those refs to blow the whistle.
The Nets still looking like they're getting going. It's a 5-point game. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And the thing I took away from that one was just how valuable their guys coming off the bench were.
I thought the reserves were the difference in the game, Greg. I mean, a lot of the scoring came from the bench.
Here's Beverly. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Ariza dishes to Harden. Over in the corner, Beverly. A three-pointer off the mark. For the Houston Rockets, they come in off a good outing against the Clippers.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at them wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that one.
Now here's Ariza. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
Yeah, really a rare treat for the fans. The only time they'll get to see this matchup all season.
Interconference action here. 2 games in all between these two teams. It'll be fun to watch.
Lopez outside. Down low. And Young kicks to Sloan. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Patrick Beverly. How he did last season. Last year, averaged 10 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
No doubt. I mean, he knows how to run this offense. And that's always valuable coming off the bench.
Harden sets the pick for Beverly. Pass to Harden. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that. But I will say, it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
The shot's good from Ellington. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division. And as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs. But the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. The Rockets making the shot. Johnson outside. In the corner, it's Ellington. No good on the 3. Rockets leading by 7. It's Harden with the drive. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Just call him the Beard. James Harden, not just iconic, but also entering the conversation for the best player in the NBA.
And speaking of Harden and being the best, he'd certainly tell you so. He referred to himself as the best all-around player in the league. What do you think?
And I think he's right in that category. A lot of people laughed him off when he said that, but he's been a legitimate MVP candidate. His defense has gotten better, and obviously his offensive game is off the charts.
Here's Sloan. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
And last season, the Nets made sure nobody went off against them. They would lose games, but they did a great job of limiting an opposing star from taking over.
As you mentioned with the Nets, they limited takeover games, set an NBA record, in fact, Clark, by allowing the fewest 30-point scores against them.
Yeah, you know, only Harden and Lillard were able to get 30 points against the Nets. As you said, the first team to allow so few in a complete NBA season. Going back to '99, the strike-shortened season, the Knicks did it as well.
Now here's Harden. Boy, was he something else against the Clippers. He dishes it to Beverly. From downtown, the Rockets again can't hit.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
And he gets it to go. And so it's Houston with it, leading by 5. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, I had the chance to talk with the head coach for Houston. One of their harder tasks in this game will be finding a way to slow down the explosive scorer, Joe Johnson. He said there isn't any one answer, as Johnson can and will play so many different roles in an offense throughout the course of the game. He said he can initiate plays as well as finish plays. We'll just have to make sure we don't lose track of them. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Houston leading by 8. And here they go. Aniunas passes to Harden, and the foul called on Joe Johnson. That's his first foul. Ariza goes in.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, Greg, making them count in the early going here.
Now here's Johnson. Howard with the steal. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And now it's a double-digit lead. Harden's got 11 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
The Nets making a switch here. Larkin's checked in. Johnson outside. Young, a screen on Ariza. There's the feed to Larkin. Here's Young. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Ariza with the bucket.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Harden's got the ball. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Rockets.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Capella's checked in. Smith comes in for Trevor Ariza. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for James Harden. And Ty Lawson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's Thornton. Fires it up. Smith, no luck. Nets trail by 16. Right wing. Here's Bogdanovich. Cans the shot from the wing. Bogdanovich has got his first 2 points. Houston's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Howard setting the pick for Lawson. Kicks it to Howard. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. 9 points for Howard.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
The rebound by the Nets.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Rockets leading by 14. Lawson outside. Smith on the wing. Shoots. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Brown wide open. He fires. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Houston now. And it's Smith penetrating. Another miss by Houston.
Boy, he shredded the D with the patented crossover, but just couldn't convert.
Here's Bogdanovich. And he overshot that one, missing.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
In transition, here come the Nets. The finish goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Now a timeout called by Houston. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And the dunk by Reed.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Screen by Smith. Lawson dishes to Smith. The three-pointer, no good.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Here's Larkin. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Brown, good.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now, here is Lawson. They lead by 7. Houston moving it around. Here's Jones. They get a hand on it. On the wing, Thornton. 6 on the shot clock. And again, unable to change momentum here. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. It's taken away by Smith. Lawson kicks to Thornton. Jones sets the pick for Lawson. Jones the pass to Lawson. Shoots it. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You know, I don't think that was the shot they had in mind, but they'll take it.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Reed a screen. Larkin kicks to Reed. Bargnani dishes to Brown. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Thornton with it. Screen by Smith. No good on that last second attempt there. And that does it for the first quarter. Rockets ahead, leading by 9. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And let's take a moment to hear a little bit from Josh Smith about his development throughout his NBA career.
You know, coming in at 18, you know, really inexperienced, not knowing what this league was about. And I went through so many stages. I've grown tremendously over my career.
Kind of hear that growth